I'm here with our lovely partners from Sao Paulo. It's a fantastic, incredible father and son team based in Sao Paulo. They've been with us for a very long time, even before the pandemic, since 2019. And they've been really doing some great stuff, both with the promotion of their location. They've been doing a lot of things with Instagram. They've been using interesting tools of marketing. And it's an interesting story. Edson, Felipe, welcome to the call. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. And it's been a pleasure to have you as our partner since 2019. So, if you could briefly introduce yourselves.
Uh, Please, Edson, go first. You have your mic off.
Well, we came with the idea, Felipe came with the idea of establishing a virtual reality business. Yeah. I am a very seasoned uh, director in enterprise, have a long history in companies worldwide. I lived in London for many years. Felipe was posted in London as well. This is why we managed to speak this lousy English of us.
Your English is
And
perfect.
no. And we decided to face the challenge, which is we are the first one and the only one so far in Brazil. And we started in a maybe the worst moment possible, which was October 2019. And in December, in the same 2019, we have reached the break-even point already. Regretfully, in the 3rd of March, the authorities told us to close down. And we closed the doors, literally. And we managed to negotiate the rent, which is the most part of our costs are the rental part. And doing this, we stay closed by 5 or 6 months. The thing is, there are Philippe and I working with with a helper. And finally, in September 2020, we restarted the operation, allowed by the authorities, just to reach December and close down again because of the COVID, was terrible in Brazil, hit us hard. Nevertheless, we survived. And nowadays, we have a steady business. We have a steady profit is coming. It's not much, but is enough to give us a good standard of living in Brazil. We wish we could charge more, but regretfully, the Brazilian market has a ticket lower than the one you can charge in the United States, in Europe. This is an economic situation. We are not entering into politics, but I can tell you that Brazil might be in a much better situation if there was not so many political problems we face here. But that's the way it is. We understand deeply the reality of our country, and we have been doing business. We are opening up a new venue now, as I told you before. It's a city about 500 kilometers far from here. It's a pole of development in agricultural stuff and also industrial stuff. We are very confident that we will be successful. We are renting an area inside the shopping center. I don't know things from your side, but in Brazil, most of the commercial is now concentrated inside shopping centers. And particularly in this region, the average temperature is very high. It's about 25 to 30 degrees every day. So people go inside the shopping center to take advantage of the air conditioning system.
Well, that's
So
good enough.
yeah, it's very good in a way. So we are confident that we will be able to open up this year. And as time goes by, news is spread. If we are successful as we expect to be, there is a possibility that we will be invited for different locations, different cities, whatever. So the future looks pretty interesting for us. And we
It
are
creates
very
a
Anvio.
new kind of visibility to our business. Um, because once you're in a shopping mall and you're successful, things can take a good turn.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this kind of brings me to my first question. Well, to both of you, Felipe, if you want to answer that one as well. So, going back to the days when you were just getting started, with VR as a whole, with Anvio, I'm sure that you had a certain set of expectations, about the industry as a whole, what you were trying to achieve, and so forth. What were your expectations? What was realized until this year, 2024? What are you still trying to achieve? And yeah,
Well, we when we were at Anvio, one of the one of the your employees told us, which we always remember, is that our competition is the cinema. So in terms of public, that was a quite an eye opener for us, which turned out to be true. And the pandemic sort of, I mean, it didn't kill off cinema completely, but it created an even more powerful reach to the entertainment Unvio offered. So that was, I mean, it was a surprise in a sense, but also gave us the will to keep going and thrive during the pandemic. Um, and and now it's turning out very fruitful, like my father said. So it's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's been good. It's been and all the marketing we did, everything turned out to be beneficial. It worked. Our investment in Instagram was very successful, like you mentioned. So so basically, I think we're on the right path.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we use good tools to advertise ourselves, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, anything we it's available. We use, and the net result is that we are all today followed by over 60,000 people,
Yeah,
which is a number. And besides, nowadays a client before coming to see us, he look at our performance in the Google. They take a look
in the
and they
search
see,
engines. Yeah,
yeah, and they see that the comments about ourselves are always five, 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 five. We are very, we really take care of the guys that comes to see us.
yeah,
We are very, how can I say, polite is an obligation, but not necessarily. You see it everywhere. So the level of the way we approach to clients is very personal and very gentle, and we speak English, both of us. We have employees that work with us. They also speak English because Sao Paulo is nowadays the most sought touristic destiny in Brazil. So we receive several people from everywhere, the United States, Canada, Europe, and they come to Sao Paulo and they look for something to do, and we appear
yeah.
automatically in the search engines. They look for travel advice, things like that, and they get surprised that they come to us and we can present everything in English, so they feel very comfortable.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
everything helps.
Yeah, and this also kind of brings me to my next question. I mean, you've put it very eloquently there as well. So yeah, I mean, we definitely noticed that you had 60,000 followers in Instagram for your Gravity VR location, and actually, what we've noticed as well is that amongst all of our partners, Anvio partners, you have the highest number of paid online bookings through the website itself as well, through the Anvio website. And what's the reason for this success? I mean, you've already mentioned some tools there, but what are these tools that you're using? Is it like is it because of the word of mouth, the service? Are you using targeted ads? Explain this a bit in more detail.
Well, we use a lot of targeted ads, that's for sure. And Instagram is very popular in Brazil. So Instagram and WhatsApp are like social platforms that are mostly. I think even Mark Zuckerberg recently made a comment that WhatsApp which is connected to Instagram, is the most used in this country in the world. So so obviously we went this path to take advantage of this platform, and it worked. I mean, we're not investing huge amounts of money, but we are being very focused on our public and on our targeted audience, and it's been very successful. Yes.
Awesome,
Uh,
awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's a group of things we collect. For example, our location in terms of Sao Paulo. I don't know if you have idea the size of Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is a city of 23 million people.
Very large.
It's huge. It's huge. Few countries have 23 million people, you know. And we are in a neighborhood which is not central, but is central enough to be easily reached. So people to get into to grab they have a public transport. We have a free parking slot in front of our business. So there is a combination of factors that made us, you know, not very successful, but reasonably successful. And as I told you, we are nowadays in a very stable moment in terms of revenues. We are not growing very fast because I think we reached the top we can have in this place. The reason is that the morning we don't open. There is very little interest in coming because of the schools and
Yeah.
people work. So we open at 3 p.m. And so, but during the holidays we open the whole day. So in a sense, it's not worthwhile for us to double the arena capacity where we stand today. We could double. We could put one on top of the other because the height is enough to do it. But we don't have a queues waiting. You know,
Yeah.
the people come, they are served, they go. And also one thing that make us good money is the parties. We make birthday parties to kids, to and companies. They also look for a venue to you know
yeah, team
have,
building and
have
stuff
fun,
like that.
team building, etc. And all this is we combine it together with the way we are prepared to receive people.
Yeah.
It's not just a place that you go. There is a one doorman and say, "Oh, get in and get out." So we can chat, we can talk, and besides, we have one company that works for us doing the Instagram and other Google's advertisement. He's good. We pay him
Yeah, and
some money.
that actually brings me to my third question. So, how do you currently process these bookings and online requests? Do you maybe have a designated marketing or sales team that does this for you?
Well, we have one guy. One guy. He has a company. He provides service for several people. We started with him. He started his company with us. In a sense, he worked with Felipe somewhere, isn't it, Felipe?
Well, I used to help him when he was starting his company because I have a background in design. So I helped him out with the branding and stuff in his company, and then as a he did that for us.
Favor for favor.
Yeah, favor for favor. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good. That's great to hear. And final question, but I believe you did answer it in the beginning of this of our call, our correspondence. So, what are your plans for the future? You're obviously you've spoken about that. You're opening up a new location. Was that because you saw maybe some initial success with this location? I mean, you've obviously learned a lot, so now you're going to apply this knowledge to this location and and successively expand. Is that correct?
Well, this new location will have uh, more things to do. So we'll have like a big bar in the because
Oh,
you we're talking about a much bigger area, obviously. So
It's
we're
1,000 square meters.
yeah.
yeah.
So we can implement a large bar with screens, perhaps to show like soccer games, which are very popular here. So we want to attract people not only to play VR, but to stay there. Like my father said, people go to shopping malls in the city to escape the heat. So we want to create a place where people can stay for long hours, not just go there, play in the arena, and leave. So we'll have like simulators, cockpits, racing cockpits, and we'll have some arcades as well. So in it'll be similar in terms of entertainment, regarding like technological entertainment, what Anvio offers, but it will be on a larger scale. So, and
Awesome.
it's a test.
Yeah.
I mean, if it works, we can go to other shopping malls. I'm sure other will be very interested in our hopeful success.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and besides, Dennis, several people from Brazil come to us asking to open up a location, and talk. I say, okay, before talking, come to see us, make some investment, pay the air ticket for Christ's sake. I'll pick you up at the airport. And if you continue enjoying, liking what you are seeing apart from this outside, then we talk.
Yeah, it
One of
helps to
them,
filter out
yeah,
people who are not truly interested and have no funds for such an investment.
Yeah.
yeah, one of these days when I say, how much money do you have? 80,000 reais. I say, shit, 80,000 reais, you don't buy a single simulator, you know? So there is a lot of, we call it paraquedistas. I don't know the word in English. People that jump from the airport, from an airplane and
The
drops you
parachute.
anywhere. A
Oh,
parachute,
like parachutists, I see.
Yeah,
parachute
parachuters.
guys,
Yeah, it's a metaphor here in Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but one of these guys, he came and he liked it, and he is our partner now in this new venue.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So, yeah, it's
And
nice.
he's
It's interesting.
and he's from the city which we are opening, so that helps to explain why this city in specific was chosen. Um, so he knows a lot about the city, and so we've been there 3 times already, I think. Um, so things are starting to take off.
That's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
what we love to hear. Well, Felipe, Edson, it was a pleasure speaking with you today, as always. We're
Likewise.
very much excited to welcome you, to welcome this new location, to open up this new location. And thank you so much for sharing this expertise. It's been lovely to have you since 2019. Coming back from such difficult circumstances with the pandemic, thriving from that, using that as a springboard, and now here we are years later, opening up a second location and potentially many more. So Edson, Felipe, it was a pleasure. And we really much look forward to hearing what's going on with you and Gravity and your team. So yeah, thank you so much. Obrigado. And we look forward to hearing from you soon.
Thank you, Dennis.
Very good.
It's a pleasure.
All,
Thank you
all the
much.
best. Then we are waiting for you to come here and drink a caipirinha.
I will absolutely do so. Thank you so much. I look forward to it. Thank you very
All the
much.
best.
Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye bye.